Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run for the first time with Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. So this game of ours, Charles, you know, the talk of the NFL world all week. 2 unbeaten teams. You rarely see such a matchup this deep into a season.
I would agree with that because normally you might get one team undefeated for a while. But 2 teams like this, and I remember in preseason, you looked at schedules and said, I think these 2 are on a collision course. It'd be interesting to see if they actually get there, and they did. And to me, the winner of this game has to wear the crown of Super Bowl favorite.
They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down.
And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now a guy who grew up just south of here across the river, Jonathan Taylor.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. This is Taylor. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. On play action, it's Bridgewater. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Thomas, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This fielded right at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this ball game, clearly the game of the year so far. It's not very often that you find two unbeaten teams playing each other this late in the season, but that's what we have here, two heavyweights in the NFL.
You're right about that, and you think about recent memories, so let's take a little ginkgo right now and go down memory lane, right? 2007, 7-0 Colts, 8-0 Patriots. The Pats won 24-20, ended up going 16-0 in the regular season before they lost in the Super Bowl against the Giants. How about 2015? 6-0 Broncos, 6-0 Packers. Denver won 29-10. And in 2020, Steelers and Titans were both 5-0. Pittsburgh won that one.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Play action. Here's Hurts. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They go play action with Hurts. Flush, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Kwity Paye able to record his 5th sack of the season.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
On 2nd down, Gainwell looking for space. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Setting up the screen with Gainwell. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
The kick by Elliott is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. Now, that deserves a couple exclamation points.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. 2nd and 4. And here's a handoff to Gainwell. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And they'll try and run for it with Gainwell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A quick throw into the hands of Rager. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch. Mike 9, 19 light.
From just shy of midfield, Hurts. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. It's a gain of 34.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Eluding the pressure right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts from 17 yards out. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is down to 4. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
2nd and 5. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So a nice run right there, and worth mentioning their usual starting running back out this week. The hope is it's just a short-term absence, but this is where it pays, Charles, to have a quality reserve that you can turn to when you need it.
And to me, they definitely have that, because this is a guy who's more than capable of picking up the slack, and he's likely going to see a big share of carries as this one progresses. And how many times do we see running backs jump into the breach and have big games?
2nd and 8.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. Trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He'll drop this underneath for Gainwell.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run here with Gainwell.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game.
that's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
They go play action. Bridgewater. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over minutes to go in the first half. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
They find some open field here.
And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. 80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
Throwing, Bridgewater. Flushed out right.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Play fake. Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater.
Looking deep for Hilton.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Here's Bridgewater.
Looking for Campbell downfield. He's got a man. Complete.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields this way up at the 17.
There he goes left side. Past the 20. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles.
That's an 83-yard kick return touchdown. And the Eagles have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
First down, Bridgewater. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
97 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
2nd and 11 now.
Now it's Hines. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Taylor. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Play action now. Bridgewater. Looking long for Thomas. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now Bridgewater will lead the troops up to go for 2. Bridgewater will try and throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Back to Gainwell here on second down. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. And that's complete to Cooks. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On the counter, it's Gainwell. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, it's Gainwell. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. If it was sunny, maybe this is a field goal attempt. But with the rain, they're going to go for it on 4th down. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Quick slant here to Smith. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles.
Devontae Smith.
Touchdown number 15 of the year.
And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater.
That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Again, it's Taylor.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Now Bridgewater. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now a give to Taylor. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Second down, another run with Taylor. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The rain compounding issues here for a possible field goal try. They'd love to obviously get closer or even pick up the first down if they can. It's third down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they're facing a big third down now in this tie ball game. Here's Bridgewater. Dancing to his left. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On the handoff, Taylor. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Josh Jones there to get him down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under... seconds to go in the game. Blankenship's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And the Colts have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And I tell you what, one thing that you and I featured as a storyline was that they were facing the NFL's #1 defense coming in, and they really took it right to them.
Yeah, they didn't blink, did they? And instead of just saying to themselves, let's make sure that we minimize our mistakes and try and play a conservative-type game, they attacked right from the beginning. Said, we got to go after these guys. I think sometimes you take the #1 rated defense by surprise when you do that.
So for the Colts, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans.